I bit through my backpack and pulled out a piece of wire. Then I straightened it with both hands and bent one end to make a makeshift hook. I quickly stretched out my right hand, hooked it onto the climbing rope on the cliff, and carefully pulled the wire back until the rope was in my palm. Then, with the help of the rope, just barely reaching the solid rock on the right, but I didn't dare to stop because 3 thugs were chasing me from behind. Only by climbing higher could I have a chance to survive. I climbed with all my strength onto a platform where an abandoned sleeping bag was lying. Just as I was about to keep climbing toward the top, footsteps and voices suddenly came from above. They had taken a shortcut and reached the summit before me with no choice. I crouched to rest for a moment. After wrapping up the wound on my hand, I pulled out a cam buckle, jammed it into a crack, hooked the sleeping bag tightly, and crawled inside. The climb had drained all my strength, so I chewed the last piece of beef jerky before falling asleep. But the thugs soon lost patience. They secured the ropes, tied a 200-pound sandbag to it, and threw it down with force. I was literally knocked out of my sleeping bag by the sandbag. Before I could even react, it came crashing toward me again. I hugged the bag, and that was the only reason I didn't fall. One of them peeked over the edge, spotted me, and ordered his companion to let go. Then they cut the rope. I watched the sandbag plummet into the abyss, me heart almost stopping. I steadied my breath, gathered all my strength, and kept climbing. Then I curled up beneath my sleeping bag, daring not to make a sound. They looked down for a long time without finding me, thinking I had fallen with the sandbag. Only when it grew quiet above did I crawl back inside. I thought I could catch my breath for a moment, but I never expected them to chase me down and drag me out of my sleeping bag. Luckily, I clung to one thug's jacket and didn't fall. When they realized I was hanging onto the rope, they pulled together to haul me up. At that desperate moment, I decisively cut off a lock of my long hair, swayed my body with all my strength, trying to swing back to the platform. But the violent shaking was too much. The hook couldn't hold, and the sleeping bag fell into the abyss with it. Terrified after surviving, I broke down and cried. I knew those thugs would never let me go. And just as I was about to give up hope, one of them suddenly fell from the summit.